Hey, what up, everybody? Webull Trading, showing you the little baby Robinhood account over here, a little $600 hairs. Yeah, so this debit spread clearly because Amazon dropped, $300. So this clearly didn't work out. It is still expiring 5/28, so we got another, I think, 2 weeks to hold this guy for worthlessness. As you can see, the contracts are garbage. Try to place a sell order on it, but no matter what I do, it doesn't fill. So no biggie. I mean, you can see the bid ask on that. That was ludicrous. What does that say? $100.96. So who's gonna sell this for $200? Oh, right here. Yeah, real quick. So you see how it asked for if I was doing debit or credit. So watch this. So, are you expecting to receive a credit or pay a debit for this option? Well, I'm closing a debit spread, so that means I want to select credit. All right, so order price requirement, multi-leg options trade 1 cent. You want to upgrade to 195, so that makes it a multiple of 5. Yes, well, that's fine, so we can send it, right? So once you send it, you're good, so you get confirmation, okay? I'm showing you how to cancel this real quick. Watch. So done. Okay, so now the order's in, sell for $195. It's a $5,000 spread. That wouldn't be an issue if it was possible. So cancel the order. Now, this is something I noticed that Robinhood does. Now, the only difference is, will they always do it? So this is the question. You can now trade contracts on expiration date. Know that. Thank you very much. Go over here. So close. All right. Now click this one. Now we're going to click debit. Okay. Order price requirement. So adjust the price. I don't know why it's saying update to 19. That doesn't make any sense. So it just told me I can't update it. All right, let me do this. Come here, fingers. What's happening? Review, debit. All right, now watch this. Try to send it. Oh, yikes. Unfortunately, we can't place this order to close a debit spread because the limit direction you selected is incorrect. Please confirm and select credit. So it looks like they fixed this issue, guys, because I've been saying still recently before I realized this the other day, because it was only for $1 on this Amazon thing. So I was very curious if it was fixed yet. It is fixed. They finally changed this. Now, don't be silly and just attempt it with a several $100 trade or anything like that, because in the event that for some reason it does not work and they still take your debit, you will lose your money. So right now it appears that just because it's showing the opposite direction, if you pick the same direction, debit and debit, it will not take it from what it looks like. I personally wouldn't take the risk. Just know that you're doing it correctly is all you need to do. So done. Back out of that. So review. I want a credit. Go ahead and send it. I know it's not going to close for that, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. So my SPY put down $31 hairs. I got 3 of these guys. Average cost $47. I'm only down $10 per contract, so 21%. Now IV is 36%. It's not terrible. It's not very high, but look at that. 56,000 open interest on June 18th, 330 SPY puts. We are $70, $80, $90 away from that strike. Now, for all of you who are like, SPY, are you gonna go back down that low? Well, first of all, there's a gap at 400, so we need to get back to 400 to get a baseline. Also, there's, I think, 2 more gaps. One of them is all the way back down to 282. Okay, so with that being said, know that it doesn't matter how far SPY goes down. If SPY goes back to 412, this contract's going to make money. If it goes to 400, it's going to make a decent little return, probably 30 or 40%. If it dropped to 290, I would make hella money on these contracts, but I'm not looking for that, okay? You guys need to understand how contracts work. When the price moves in your direction and you have a decent expiration time, so this is a whole month and almost 2 months away, okay? Actually, it's about a month, I'm sorry. A month and a few days. If the price declines, if SPY dropped swiftly to 400, I would know that there's a literal market crash occurring at the moment. All right, it's not going to drop swiftly, and I mean within almost a breaker point, right? And if it gets a breaker, it's going to go down again after that, because now it's set in panic mode. Everybody's going to start selling everything, and it's just going to be a rolling barrel from there, just like it was February to March 2020. So with that being said, In the event that SPY drops down to 350 or 390 or any of those numbers there, the implied volatility will ramp so fast on these contract premiums that these $47, $50 contracts would easily turn into $400, $500, $600, $700, maybe even more. And just if you don't believe me, the ones I had on December 18th, 2020 expirations, where the market crashed in February, March, I had sold in January like a dummy because I didn't think COVID was a big deal. However, those, let's see, I had 30 contracts that were, I think, $20-something each. My total cost in the contracts was $600 roughly. And the total value of those at the March low was $27,000 on just those 30 measly contracts. Now, because I already sold them, of course, hindsight's 2020 yet again, and I didn't make any money on those contracts because I went out, got in Shopify, made a couple $100 profit, and then I looked back like a dummy. Now, with that being said, understand how contracts work. So let's back up. Same thing, UPS 180 put. Do I really think UPS is going to go to $180 in a very short amount of time by June 25th? It's possible, right? So the market retracts, then absolutely. But what we're looking at here is another probability factor. Okay, if you go to the chart, matter of fact, I'll swap over here onto Webull and Ifbd, my favorite stock now. The only thing I'm holding long. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. She's looking kind of good. I got one share in Webull just to monitor. I'm trying an experiment with RSI here, just so you know. I got a 10-day moving average and a 37-day moving average on RSI to find out if it makes any difference. So as you can see, it's a very, very similar move with the stochastic slow by doing a RSI crossover. So I'm going to keep eyeballing that and doing some more studies. We got a big 10,000 share order at 360 coming in. Let's see. Sorry if you saw my text message from someone. Anyway, so news, software as a service, China's booming. You know, as long as they don't get delisted from the United States exchange, we'll be good to go. Obviously, the Webull comment section is full of degenerates and retards, as well as very few, but some informed people. So take what you find there with a grain of salt. Dogecoin is down to 48 cents. Real quick track while we're looking at it. I drew this chart yesterday and told all the happy-go-luckies at work that, hey, we're probably going to retest the 40 to 50 range. And they were like, no, we'll be at $1 first. So you got a huge double top there on the 74-cent range, as you can see very clearly. And sure enough, guess what she did? She came down and retested 45 cents. No biggie. I don't have anything but one Doge. So Stochastic Slow looks like it's a nice crossover there. RSI may cross back up. So it's getting kind of interesting. CCI definitely fell down. Not much volume flow in there. MACD's crossing down. VIX is starting to cross up. So Vortex is crossing over. But let's keep it on the RSI. So now, go back out of here. I wanted to show the chart for good old UPS. All right, first of all, let's look at AMC because we're degenerates. Look at that. Look at that. Man, $20 a share. That's what's up. So this is the daily chart. RSI and stochastic slowers crossing over, are getting ready to cross over. So we got this nice ripple effect, higher highs, lower lows. I'm sorry, higher lows, higher highs. Rephrase that. We got a very interesting looking symmetrical triangle occurring there. Pretty wide top on it though, so you got to be careful. I don't normally count the wicks like here on this 20. I don't normally count the wick up there. I would probably take it off the top of this massive bear candle and then come over across the side here. Pretty much like this. This is the updated Webull, by the way, if you didn't know. So let me go over here. I'd probably do something like this. And now if you don't know, I'm showing you secrets without you knowing it. Bollinger Band, 50-day average or candle pattern count, and 3 deviation. So third deviation, all right? I'm very rarely wrong when I pick these like this. So 1444 is the top. However, it's moving back toward the median range of 574. So chances are we'll settle off at this $8 to $9 range on AMC for a while. I don't know when this squeeze is going to occur, but I am very anxious to see it. You're at 33 back here and all the way to $1.90 over here, and this is a weekly chart, so this is just nasty over here. When was this? This was January. Wow. So on the verge of bankruptcy, massive short squeeze ensues. I know people that made just a ton of ridiculous money on this. I didn't get into the hype on that one that time, but now I did. So real quick, let's pop a little trend line. Boom. Ta-da. That's one. We can change the color to make it a little more legible reading wise. Yellow, blue, green, whatever you want. All right, we'll pop another one up here. Pop another trendy, not tendy. All right, so a sort of symmetrical triangle, almost like a bull flag on this weekly. Let's drop back down. I like that they give you these different options of kind of what you're looking at. You got 3 months one day, 6 months one day, year to date one day, 1 year one day, which is the most common. So we'll check that one out. Nice scatterbrain chart. Let me go ahead and let's see, Bollinger Band, EMA. Let's pop some EMAs on there. So now we got crossover. So we got Thinkorswim Volume 2 over here in a mobile version. So now I have my EMAs, okay, crossing over. So it's not looking the greatest on the trend, to be honest with you, in my opinion. But we could get these beautiful breakups if you follow top to bottom. Stochastic and RSI and the candle are getting some sort of reversion here back upward. 1460 is the first target price on the squeeze once it occurs. Our Bollinger Bands are making nice squeeze area as well. So if it dips down and drops to that 5 range, like this could get pretty nasty pretty quick. So let's go reverse back over here to 6 month one day. Slightly better picture, but still roughly the same. Earnings, they raked in 162 mil. Let's see. Yeah, so not the most amazing chart. It's still starting to squeeze. We'll let it ride. Backing on up to UPS. There she is. Look at that. So let's go over here and make sure we're on a daily chart so you can see clear as day what we see. Now, if you don't see the gaps on that chart right there, you're blind, okay? My only problem is this beautiful dragonfly doji right here, this little baby ray candle. If you can't see it, there it is. Look higher. Matter of fact, I'll run my horizontal line up to it. So right there, crosshair, that is the dragonfly doji. So zoom in. You see that basically there was sell pressure. It got pushed right back up. You got a bullish candle right there next coming up, 218.34. UPS seems to be a very slow mover, even though this term right here was only about a week and a half. And from this moment, 174 across. And, I mean, that's a pretty fat gap, okay? So let's go on and draw some lines over here. All right, so we got EMAs crossing up. Let me go ahead and take that off. Let's do VWAP is not good. Let's see. Ichimoku Cloud, see where she's at. Nope, don't like that either. All right, we'll leave the Bollinger Band, leave the RSI. Let's do it. So let's draw some lines. So 188. Okay, it's very, very simple here. Okay, boom. Next, now we've created a gap fill range, 180. So that is why I chose the 180 put. It is the top of that candle. Now, the first thing that needs to occur, though, is we need to fill this gap. Very, very small, not very large, if you could call it a gap at all. So you get like 206.20 to 206.73. So honestly, this right here, I wouldn't even count that as a gap. This is the one we're looking for. We're gonna go ahead and put this candle, I'm sorry, not candle. We're gonna put this line on top of this candle, change this to yellow so we can give us a reference point. All right, so now we have a very interesting flat chart. Okay, you see the stochastic and the RSI are very dead. However, RSI is very overbought. And you know, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, it doesn't mean overbought, it's a momentum change. Yeah, well, nobody cares what you call it. The fact of the matter is it has the same principle. So if overbought means people are going to start selling, guess what that means? That means a momentum shift. Let's use basic common sense here. And I have had people very stress that, you know, that it doesn't mean oversold or overbought. Well, if you actually look it up, it does actually, in fact, mean overbought and oversold. And it is a momentum style indicator. So let's pop some news on UPS. Let's see, investment advisors, buys back, blah, 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 blah. Global supply chain. All right, market opportunities and site. Yeah, so that right there, that gives me some insight on InfoBird without even looking at InfoBird. Good old SPY over here acting naughty on the video I just did live. So we got one gap here in between these two lines right here at the crosshair. So there's a gap. So 1 to 2, that's a gap. All right, then let's follow it back down a little bit on the daily chart. Yep. Scroll on down. Got you a little Let's see, that one filled. Okay, so you see how this gap here on the crosshair? So this gap filled with it over here. Okay, so no biggie. So we're moving on. All right, that's at the 360 range. Oh, got some gaps over here. And if you zoom out, you can tell none of those got filled. You got that huge W, right? So top here, boom, 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 W pattern for the win. All right, and that's the legit pattern, believe it or not, and it actually works very well. So you do have some gaps over here, though. Nothing crazy. They're really close. Well, a few pennies, probably not even really a gap. So let's not put too much focus on that. Now let's reverse it a little more. All right, getting there. Get on down to this 280s range. All right. So we have. It's funny enough because we have this hefty gap here. Zoom in a little farther. How far is this? See, it's 230 to 233. So not really much. Let's see. This is the other one I was looking for right here. So we got this one. That's 257, 253. Another baby gap. No pun intended. So we never filled this gap here. Okay, this is the one I was talking about in my other video. So you got 286 all the way to 292. So 292, and you can see clearly across that there is no sign of this being filled anytime soon. Let's pop this horizontal line. All right, scroll this down, and there we are. So there's your gap, right? 291, 292, whatever you want to call it, and you move it on down, you can see a 286 mark. That's another gap. Now you had a very nice support area on top of that yellow line there, and if you scroll this all the way out, you can see where the channel clearly changed above direction. Once it rejected that, and when it came back up, it gapped clean over it. Okay, so zoom back in on this M. This is where everybody, at this yellow line, everybody thought the market was going to go back down again, right? But it bounced hard off of that median line, which in my chart for the Bollinger Bands is on the third deviation, which equals a very true mean. So then you just see this monster chart go up, right? So let's move this yellow line up. This is COVID high pre. This is February. Let's see, February 18th, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, all the way down. You got 218 on the super low, March 23rd. 330 it was the high. Now you can see we tested it. One, jumped over, dropped back down, jumped over, and that's where the W occurred. So you got a test, a break down, break back up, break down again, and then we're going back up. Printers are on, rolled it out like a chicken wing. Fresh batter. So tendies ready on that one. You can see you got a really nice chart here, and it even looks like it's going to continue to go higher. So there's no real divergences I see. So this is going to be very interesting. I actually almost project that we could see a ridiculous move, something looking towards 500 SPY. But now we're on the big boy chart. Okay, so now you can see this is 2000. All right, .com bubble crashed down over that course of time. So that was 2000. Hold on, sorry. Let's see, 2000 all the way to 2003 almost, where we finally got the recovery, pushed back up. 2007 occurred, and boom, there we go. 2009 finalized the low. All right, September was the dead bottom down there somewhere. Let's see, March 2009. How interesting that it was also in March. And then pump back up again, push. Oh, nope, no crash this time. This is where it was supposed to crash, right here, and Trump got elected. They call this Trump phenomenon. Boom, skyrocket. New election, Biden's president. What's going to happen now? That is the question. That is the question, my friends. Just because we had a little corona crash here doesn't mean anything. It's getting mighty rocky around this whole zone here. Even though it's not really even a trend area, it literally is just going vertical. However, if you look at the repeats, when we see the bands get tested, like right here, the red line's getting tested, 433 is the next target for this weekly chart, okay? So we'll probably get a 430 call within probably 2 or 3 weeks, assuming it doesn't drop prior to that. All right, since we're here, Coinbase took a complete poop straight off the gate of the IPO. Of course, you know, myself and many other people bought somewhere up this range. Wait, not that high. Sorry. I bought right, I can't see my little blue thing. Bought right there, 388 to 390 range. Went ahead and watched it drop the whole time. Very depressing to watch, to be honest with you, because there was so much hope for that. I mean, to back out of that there. And then 250 was the actual IPO price, and look what they finally hit. So it literally dropped $150, $180 per share, just like that. Okay, and it was quite wild to watch. So despite crypto doing extremely well, guess what's not doing extremely well? Coinbase, on the stock market, that is. Let's see. So Next Gen called this out way back at like 3 and some change. Look at that beautiful escalation we got going on here. It's getting a little on the high side now. Now, I do think we could have a more breakout session area in the event that clean energy sweeps the nation again, and we could have a nice breakout on that again. Real quick, we're gonna go back out of here. I think I'm still recording. Close this. Not gonna look in there. Not gonna look in there. Close this and this and this and this. All right, let's go on and pop over here. As long as it don't make me log in, I'm not gonna log in. So this is BITMART. This is where I purchased my coins. Now the server is busy. Blah blah blah. You get that here from time to time. Click on your good old assets, and there we go. I have 16 million Shiba coin and 8 million Safemoon and $1. So my problem is USDT Tether was a hefty fee transferring over. Ethereum was only like $7. USDT was like freaking 30 once it was all said and done. However, you got to convert Ethereum to US dollar token to get either one of these, Shiba or Safemoon. Now this is a small list of the other assets they have on here. I'll go kind of sort of slow but kind of fast. There's a pretty good bit on here, so you can see a lot of these names are actually on a lot of the other major exchanges. I highly recommend using CoinMarketCap to kind of monitor crypto prices, the crypto market as a whole. Doge there, and a couple other ones. So no, I did not get into Elongate. I don't know what that is. That could be a complete joke somebody made up for Elon. So Ethereum Classic had this monster move over the last few weeks, and that was pretty wild. You see my 309 right there. So I put a total of $180 in here, and so I'm almost double there. So it's pretty neat. I was earlier, actually. It was 365 earlier at a high. So this is just showing you all of the different cryptos that they have in this chat, all the ones you can hold here. So I'm kind of slowly scrolling, get you there so you can see Safemoon, So this is my problem with Safemoon, right? So you got Safe Earth, Safe Mars, Safe Star, Safe Sun. Which one is actually the one that's going to work out? Who knows? I feel like if Shiba Coin can ever get like a true purpose for them, because they didn't directly say this is a joke, to my knowledge. I need to go back to their website and check that out. I'm almost done here. VanCat I heard was supposed to be good. VET is supposed to be hopping off again soon. Jesus Christ, look how many of the cryptos there are. So many. BitMart's pretty cool. They got futures, which I haven't traded yet. That's pretty dope. Trade whatever pairs, market. All right, here you go. So that you can do your change. So Sato's 293% gain. It's $2, so that means it's up double. That's pretty dope. And then you have Shiba still up 82% as a whole. I'm still up on it. I got it at 0.000006. So I'm still up a pretty good bit on that. And I'll just keep holding these. It's no big deal. So you can see these other ones. So Propel there was getting pumped yesterday. It was up 100-something%, and now it's down. VanCat's at 12%. No biggie. But you got to look at the quantity you can get, right? So if you go here, all right, let's go to buy. And I think it tells you got to have like a $5 minimum. So let's do market order, 100% and buy. So it's, $5 minimum. So what I want to tell you about this real quick is that when you go here, this is a foreign exchange, so it's not Coinbase. You do have to verify your identity to cash out, to withdraw. It's not a scam. It's just is what it is. Whether or not this is real or not, I don't know. I'll attempt to withdraw money at some point. So I've already confirmed my identity, etc. So I'm able to, withdraw according to this platform. So with that being said, so you can click on, let's see, guide, and it gives you like a tutorial how to use it. It's on YouTube, so you can look this up. Give you all this different stuff, all this different information, how to buy crypto with a debit or credit card and PayPal. If you click that, it'll take you to another little informational area here. So essentially what they probably will use, if they don't have it right there, is they used this other site, what was it called? Simplex, I believe it was. And you can use your debit card to buy directly. It's third party. They convert your cash into crypto and put it in the account. So then you convert it again into your said crypto you want. So this is where I buy it, and here's my referral. It's my little invitation. I calculated this, so 0.000001205 Bitcoin is literally $1.69. So don't think people sharing these links are getting paid a lot of money. So I'm gonna close this out, and I think that's all, guys. Pi. I want to show you guys Pi Network, right? So make a little circle, send this the link to everyone and their mom and their friend and their brother and their sister. So, and you can get mine over here for a decent amount. I'm got 20 Pi. I just opened this up like last week. I got 5 people. I'm gonna ping these suckers and tell them to wake up. I've already pinged them, so I gotta wait. And so back up. So got 20 Pi. I don't know what this will ever be worth. It could be great. It says once they reach 100 million, they'll do like a halving or something like that, and we'll see how it goes from there. So it could be garbage. It could be just straight fraud. It could be the most amazing crypto there is. Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, trade on Robinhood, trade on Webull, trade on Fidelity, trade on TD Ameritrade, whatever you want to trade wherever you want. Infobird, this is my go-to stock. I feel like even in a market crash, so Ifbd set to capitalize on China's booming software as a service, SaaS. For the record, TaaS is transportation as a service. That's going to be all of your automated cars, autonomous and things like that. I think it's called Waymo, is a Google company, subsidiary they bought a long time ago. And they have a really fantastic autonomous program. And if they ever IPO, I will also be buying that one. Again, none of this is trading advice or financial advice or intent to buy anything for you. I am not being paid by any companies I've mentioned. So just with that being said, this is where I'm at. Analysis, finally, average cost is $4.55. So that means over these last very short amount of time, people have really been buying a bunch of shares. So this 90% cost range here was like $10, not long ago. So it's finally been low enough for people to average way down. Hopefully there's no bag holders at this point that have a $10 average. So 11 was the high, and hopefully they just got so many more shares. I've been buying more and averaging down. I hold them in Fidelity. I have 1 share in here. They had really great income 2019. Revenue looks like it was obviously down a little bit. Earnings per share was 19 cents. And I don't know what year that is. Let's see. It doesn't tell me there. Again, this is Webull version 2. It's super dope. Honestly, you got a lot of stuff different, compared to the other one. You got financial details. Go in here, look at a bunch of different information, and this is pretty neat. Somewhere I saw somebody had one that said short interest, so that was pretty cool. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, total revenue. Like, they got all these different charts on here. It's pretty cool. Let's see. I don't use any of this crap, to be honest with you. Return on assets. I don't use any of this stuff. This is mostly for the company itself. So profile, Infobird is a China-based holding company mainly engaged in providing software as a service, SaaS, and innovative artificial intelligence, AI-powered products. The company mainly uses self-developed cloud computing structure, AI and machine learning capabilities, patent voice over Internet Protocol or VoIP, application technologies, and no-code development platform, providing standard and customized customer relationship management, cloud-based services, and business process outsourcing, BPO. services to its clients at all stages of the sales process. The company also offers AI-powered cloud-based Salesforce management software. Remember that word, Salesforce, CRM. Salesforce is $230 a share, $218 a share right now. Software including intelligent quality inspection and intelligent training software to help its clients monitor, benchmark, and improve the performance of agents. Now, the cool thing is they also have current customers like Dell is backing them. So there's your institutions, there's your insiders, and they have I think customers like Alibaba, if I'm not mistaken. So it's pretty neat, right? So here we go. Let's see. So institutions, 6.4%. Let's see. 1.62 million shares. OmniConnect. Let's see. ETF weighting. None. No ETFs yet, but I feel like that'll change pretty quickly. Let's see. Nothing on insiders yet. All right. So press releases. They got all their chips in a bag. All right, we've already been there. Yeah, so a lot of positive articles coming out, right? And I think it's going to be great. I think there's a lot of huge potential. And with that being said, I'm going to keep longing the stock as long as I can. And I would love to see, $200 a share, or something like that. Ethereum Classic, calm down. Sorry if I'm scattered all over the place on this video. Neo is hanging around $36. Ocugen, she's dropping back down. Oh, at $9. Okay, she came up a little bit. Litecoin, 361. You see how fast I do this, guys? This is how fast you got to look at this stuff. Like, just get done. Don't stare at anything too long. So, beautiful chart. That's a monster gap, which did eventually fill if you look carefully at the orange line going across. And now you got this kind of wavering, really sort of bearish movement happening. But let's look at their history, right? So look how long it took them. Let's go to a monthly. All right. So look at Salesforce, right? As a CRM. Look at where the stock price started, okay? So they started over here. They IPO'd at, what do you know? I get to that last one. So look at that. They opened the market at $375 a share. They dropped down to a low of $225 a share, in that 2004 range. And then granted, yeah, this is a much longer time frame than what I want to look at, because I want to be at, $50, $100 a share, and make quite a lot of money. But at the same time, the market is so different now than what it was, right? So you have a lot of more people just buying. And with that being said, it's just a crazy time we're in. So I feel like InfoBird can easily, these limit sales and buys on these bid asks is wild. It's just kind of stupid, really, because nobody's going to sell one share for $231. But anyway, I think it's going to be off this video, guys. I told you everything I was in. Again, it's not trading advice or anything like that. So Nike and Disney lead the Dow Jones higher. So we'll find out what happens with the market. Hedge at all times. Join Bull Trading Discord. I'll pop the link in the video description below. Like and subscribe. Like and follow. Let's go back and look at your Doge success one more time. Thanks, Elon Mom. You totally bummed us out there. All the guys I was working with that were trading Doge, it was hilarious because they were just watching it, right? Let's look at the baby chart. Look at this. All right, real quick note. Secret for you guys. The green line there, of course, the third Bollinger Band, third deviation lower, 43 cents lower, getting pressed on pretty hard there. Now what you're going to look at is follow my crosshair. So 1, 2, right? And you see it pushed off again. Third bear candle, fourth candle coming, and now we kind of bounced out. At this moment, before this big old sell-off on this doji, so you got the doji candle, which is also in direction. Like, nobody really knows where it's going at the moment. This is an hourly chart. So for the whole hour, it was pretty even. And then, boom, right there, 6:05 a.m., the price just started shattering itself yet again. But we're finding support back on the 40 range, right? So 45, and then now you're pushing up. But I'd be willing to say that right here on this next candle drop down, you're going to get another bearish move. RSI is reflecting a similar thing on the low 10 RSI. Stochastic has no signs of crossing over on this hourly chart. 3 minutes, a good day trade scalping chart. You can kind of see and watch, monitor moves. They don't have a 7-minute on here. 5 minutes is what a lot of people like to trade. I don't like the 5. I like a 7 or a 3. Something kind of off the wall that not everyone uses, because guess what? If everyone's using it, everybody's watching the same thing, and you might not be in the best position if everyone's watching the same thing. So if you can get a little earlier than them or see a better move coming, you know, you're good to go. So look at this 10-minute, and you can see stochastic and RSI are pointing down, right? And with the Bollinger Bands merging together again, at the top, you see right here at the crosshair, right here where it's curving in, and same thing on the green band on the bottom, curving in. That tells me they're squeezing, and a drop is going to, they're either going to squeeze in this 50 range here, or 45 to 50 range, or it's gonna drop again. And if it breaks down below this time on the band, it'll probably see like 25 cents again. That is a guesstimate, but looks to me very probable after the incident yesterday. So I have nothing against Dogecoin. I don't think it's a very, you know, prominent investment. It definitely made some people some serious money. Had I held what I had prior, you know, I had 2 million back in 2018, and I would have had over $1 million today. So long-term holds for a few $100, guess what? Maybe not a bad idea, huh? Even if they do put you at 80% capital gain tax on cryptocurrency, you'll still make a lot of money. With that being said, guys, everybody, I appreciate you. As they call them, all the apes watching good old AMC here. You know, it could be an amazing situation. Nobody really knows what's going to happen with this. But it looks like it's going to get good. You got a nice squeeze occurring here. You know, monitor it, watch it, be safe with it. I showed you my options I have. If it breaks down below this range, like you can see, it's really tight right there on that last candle. But again, the stochastics are showing no sign of weakness. The RSI is pretty balanced. If you drop to a weekly, you can see it's a little more stressed out here. If this next candle or the candle after that protrudes and stays under the 890-ish range and breaks below that triangle, chances are you're going back down to somewhere around this level. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and pop a line there on the weekly chart, so it'll be a good graph. Let's see what we got. So chart layers, that's pretty dope. Let's see, indicators, positions, corporate actions, draw. Yes, it's showing everything. So let's zoom in one more time real quick, and I'm gonna end this video. Pop a horizontal line right there. That's a support, and so that's where we're looking for. If I'm being honest with you, there's not really a gap there anywhere below that, so that's a good sign. But what we are looking for is about 550 on the support in the event that it drops. So with that being said, trade smart, folks. I use calendar spreads for a reason. They lower my cost effectiveness, and also if I'm wrong, as my short gets closer to expiration, guess what? I'm earning that credit of money. Now, if AMC opens all these theaters and people get, again, overly bullish, because we're not bearish yet by any means. It's definitely when you see candles rounding down like this and then turn bullish, there's a huge probability that it's going to actually increase volume here and then go up. It all depends on the squeeze. If you look at the RSI, this is the daily chart 1 year. You look at the RSI here and the stochastics, guess what? They're all looking like they're about to cross over. So with that being said, and you got a green candle, as long as the open candle on Monday is nice and beautiful, maybe we'll touch $10 again, and guess what? Boom. Chances are you're going to run like a rabid dog, and we're going to see $14.50 again, $14.60, and then maybe $50 a share, because it's going to be the most epic squeeze ever, according to the apes from the AMC realm. A lot of people still buying and holding monster shares. I'm not holding any shares. I just have contracts and spread. And that's going to be all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoy watching. Like and subscribe. Don't miss out of the money-making year of 2021. Peace.